And you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. That accident didn't happen by chance. Someone planned it. And after that day.
What happened after that day? Elisa, you need to tell us what you know, so your mother can rest.
My dad disappeared after my mom died.
I talked to Anthony's teacher today. They're evaluating his project. You should see how happy Anthony is. That way he'll be able to further develop himself at a really prestigious university. Just like you. He's firmly committed to his goals. Kwang, everything okay? Are you listening to me?
What? What did you say, honey?
Are you okay, dear? What's wrong?
It's about work, Jane. It's bugging me. Remember Maria Henderson, who died last week?
Yes, dear. The poor woman was thrown out of the window by a violent impact. Because she was drunk, she was responsible for the accident.
Yes, his daughter Elisa came in this morning and made some confessions. In fact, Elisa said she could direct a neighbor to testify.
Poor woman. God bless all humanity.
In a sense, Elisa thinks her father killed her mother. And my dad's gonna take a statement from the neighbor Elisa told him and reopen the case. And guess why?
Why?
Because Elisa's husband is a close friend of William, Duke of Cambridge, in the Navy.
So she is using some of her influence on my father.
Absolutely. That's why my dad's so nervous. Besides, I don't think Elisa knows she's blaming her own father. There's a witness and evidence that his father beat her mum.
Weird. Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about playing a game?
I say, no.
I knew you would agree. My father will soon be asleep to go to the night shift. Then, we get his file from his bag and see if there are any reports of Maria Henderson being held. We'll solve this case.
Amelia, no, Dad won't take it well if he finds out.
He won't.
Mom's in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, and if she comes I'll stop her.
Yeah, here you are. Maria Henderson crashes into a green SMC-type lorry at junction D10 at 12:07 a.m., the opposite direction of her home, on November 16, 2019. Mrs. Henderson, who was not wearing her seatbelt, was driven away towards the sidewalk through the car glass. An autopsy revealed a high dose of benzodiazepine type of drug in her blood. George Henderson confirms she also used the drug as usual.
Maria is an alcohol addict. She could have taken this drug to keep awake. I don't know. Recently our communication was just a discussion. She had sleep problems and she could only sleep thanks to this drug.
The night she died, Maria had a violent argument before she left the house and George threw a slight, as he called it, punch over her right chest, but she overreacted and moaned in pain. George said,
"It was a really slight punch. I didn't know she was going to react that much."
If this is really a murder, it's quite normal that the suspicion should be cast on George Henderson. He can kill her with a sudden temper, but she dies in a car accident. George is gonna make a deal with the poor guy who owns the truck and make his wife crash? The only thing we can blame the father for is the bruising on Maria's right chest, which is about to heal. This is said to be a bruise that George struck with a moment of anger, but Anthony, as I said,
the bruise in the photo is about to heal, so it must have been a bruise for weeks ago. George said he hit her lightly the day she died, and she overreacted. We understand there was a man who beat Maria weeks ago, but that still doesn't mean there was a killer. Elisa is unfair to her father.
A bruise about to heal. How did you guys realize that?
Dad. I'm so sorry. We just wanna play game.
Games are played with paper or plastic, not human life. But I like your comments. Tell me, what do you think about this topic?
Maria was using a benzodiazepine type of drug, which is usually prescribed for patients with anxiety or depression. What drove Maria to her death was the interaction of alcohol and drugs. Alcohol slowed down the excretion mechanisms in the woman's body so that the drug remained in the body longer than it should have been. The feeling of sleep, which would have gone to maybe 1 hour, lasted for 2 to 3 hours in Maria. She wouldn't have been driving if she knew that. The real weirdness here is,
The phrase depression or anxiety does not exist on Mrs. Henderson's health profile. The woman didn't have these diseases, but who or where did she get this non-prescription drug?
You guys are really good. I'm gonna talk to Mr. Foster tomorrow, see if he can shed some light on these issues. A bruise about to heal. We out.
Mrs. Henderson was a good neighbor, but also a truly beautiful woman for her age. George would rightfully be jealous of her, and this would often cause controversy among them. But I'm not here to condemn George.
But Elisa showed you as a witness. I thought you knew that George used violence against Maria.
I couldn't tell the truth to Elisa. She really loves her mother.
What do you mean, truth, Mr. Foster?
Maria was not as pure as she seemed. Forgive God. There is a bar very close to our house. Sometimes we go and have fun with the Henderson family, and my own family. Mrs. Henderson used to go to that bar often. This was usually the reason for their dispute with George. Mrs. Henderson sometimes drank so much that she fell asleep at the bar, and the poor bartender always called George and said he should take Mrs. Henderson. But this is not what I am going to talk about.
Have you a plan for tonight? You are really beautiful.
Mrs. Henderson was in that bar a week before he died in the mentioned accident. There was another man with him, and I swear to you I don't know that person, but I noticed that they were too sincerely. Suddenly there was a conflict between them. Maria's face tightened and her voice rose. I was at a distant table and could not tell what was spoken, but I clearly heard Maria say, "I can't." The man was trying to calm her, and when Maria did not calm down, the man got angry and grabbed her collar. There was nobody at the bar because it was morning time. The barman and I came to Maria's help. At that time, the man reached out from the bartender's arm and hit Maria with anger once, hitting him on his right chest.
This proves that assault report. Please go on.
While the barman pushed the man away, Maria embarrassedly told me what had happened. Maria said that her boss had made an immoral offer to her, and threatened her in the end by saying that she would fire if necessary.
Is there any progress, Dad? What did Mr. Foster say?
Maria and her boss didn't have very good memories. Tomorrow we will go to workplace to question Maria's boss.
Dad, let me come with you. You know my dream job and my desires. Give me a chance, please let me join the investigation.
Then don't tell your brother. Not include him in this trouble.
No way. I'm coming too. Amelia can't do anything without me.
You kids.
I really don't understand what you are talking about. Our relationship with Mrs. Henderson was limited to this office. I don't know about his private life. I didn't know even about she died. I learned from her colleague.
We have footage that claims you are arguing with her. Perhaps your argument with Henderson isn't about determining who pays the bill. So I mean, tell the truth, Mr. Collins.
Dad didn't tell us about the camera footage of the cafe. I think it's a good idea to take a look at those footage.
Yeah, good idea. We can find an overlooked detail. But how can we reach those records?
Hey, excuse me. Ibrahim, right?
That's true, lady. What did you want?
If you don't mind, can you show us the camera recordings of the Sangreal Cafe for the last 1 month? I think my dad wouldn't mind this.
Sure, kids. Come with me. When you find something, you let me know, guys. I'm going to listen to that liar.
1 month registration and this cafe is open 24 hours, it is impossible for us to watch them all.
I don't think we'll need to watch them all. Let's see. October 17th at 5 p.m., Maria is already out of work. Let's wrap from here, until Maria's arrival.
Here you are, Maria, let's see what is happening. Also, why did they record one camera of the cafe? Don't you think this camera angle is a little blind?
If we catch anything from this look, we'll check other records. She is talking to the bartender.
Seems they are pretty good friends. Maria laughs, unaware of what will happen.
I am gonna run it forward. The bartender turns and prepares drink. It becomes clear why George is so angry. The woman spends her night here.
Electricity cut or something else? I think Maria was gone then. Let's check it the next day.
Wait, isn't that George, talking to the bartender? Maria didn't go, but she looks pretty drunk. That justifies what Stephen said. He said some nights George takes Maria from the bar. I will rewind it, see if there are any clues as to what happened at the time.
Rewind. I remember this bar is open all day, but why is it now closed? It seemed open before the screen went dark. The bartender closed the bar while the camera was turned off. This is a little weird.
Nice point, Anthony. This is a situation we need to ask why. Besides, since every minute counts, not only this recording is useless, we have to ask for other camera recordings from the bar.
Did you guys find anything?
We need more camera angles. We're only given recordings of one camera.
Is there something bothering you about the bar? Whatever, we can talk about that on the road. Let's take a look at Sangreal. I didn't think anything would come out of this cafe, but what you told on the road was quite suspicious to me. If the electricity was gone, the screen would not get dark and the recording would start directly. The darkening of the screen indicates that some parts of the recordings are clipped, which is quite suspicious.
Welcome. How can I help you?
I want the camera recordings of the last month. The only recording you gave me is this camera's angle. But it seems you have another one.
I will check it for you.
Let me come with you. Is there any problem?
No, of course, after you.
I don't think Ibrahim had very good thoughts about the bartender.
The lady is right in her thoughts. I've been a regular customer of this bar, and I have a few words that I think might help you, but let's not talk here.
There's nothing to be afraid of. Mr.
John Fleming.
Mr. Fleming, tell me what you know, and I can assure you that we will protect you.
I come to this bar a lot. I used to be unemployed, so I spent my days in this bar, knowing every employee and regular customer here. I also saw Mrs. Henderson here. She came to this bar around 5 p.m. every day and drank all the time, and over time she and the bartender became pretty good friends. I knew Maria was married. She would have come to this cafe with her family. And I'd spend all of my day in this bar, and sometimes I'd be the only one there. One day I finally got a job and started not going to the bar during the day. One night when I came to the bar around 11 p.m., I saw that the bar was closed, but it was impossible. This was a bar that was open all day.
Yeah, we saw that on the camera recording.
The lights were on inside, but I couldn't see anyone. Just as I decided to leave, I saw the bartender get up from under the table and go inside. Even though I hit the window, he ignored me and went inside. I was already tired and angry. So I went to Big Hill, which was in front of Sangreal, and I never liked its boss. And when I ate, I saw a car stop in front of Sangreal at night. It was George Henderson who got out of the car, and he went in, even though the bar was closed. When I got up from the table to scold the bartender, I saw George and Maria arguing in front of the bar.
We've seen it on the recordings. Maria comes to the bar around 5 p.m., stays there for a long time, then the camera goes dark and Maria disappears. She might go to the toilet.
No, she didn't go to the toilet. I guess that perverse bartender did what he always do and coveted at the beautiful girls who came to the bar. This time her target was Maria because he understood that Maria was also someone who was easily annealed. There may be only one reason why the door of an all-day open bar is closed even.
The bartender put Maria to sleep and raped her under the table in what we call the camera's blind spot.
What? Amelia, are you okay?
We should better check Ibrahim.
Guys, the bartender is running away.
Are you okay? What happened?
I'll tell you everything, but let's catch this guy first. Send support team around Sangreal Bar. The man is wearing a white shirt, about 6 feet tall with long hair and a stubble beard.
And I think he's driving a motorcycle. What happened in there?
In the records given to us, the bartender clipped the parts where he closed the cafe and took Maria behind the bar. But it is obvious that he is not very good with technology. In the application where he trimmed the video, the full version of the video was open. When I coincidentally saw it, he got flurried and hit me with an object that I could not see what happened to my head and ran away. It's hard to say, but this man gave Maria a drug I thought was a narcotic type. The effect of this drug was quite effective with alcohol consumption. And when Maria passed out, he took Maria behind the bar and raped her. When he was done, he cleaned her up and called George. Guys, are you okay? Kids, I made a mistake letting you go. How can I be so stupid?
Dad. We have to find the bartender.
He got caught, honey. He escaped on the bar's engine, but because he was speeding, he hit a tree at the junction just ahead. Now he is being taken to Nottingham Police Department. And you tell me what you found.
Dad, this is John Fleming. His testimony and camera footage a match.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Fleming. Yes, Danny Brawson, I'm listening to you. In addition to the accusations against you, we also uncovered the footage supporting them. Why did you kill her?
It's too late to say this, but I'm regretful. That's exactly the reason I went into that damn bar. I wanted to be intimate with women who weren't married to someone or whom I could easily get. Maria was one of them. I didn't want to kill her. I didn't even know she was going with her own car.
I guess I don't need to say that Maria is married. You didn't just kill a person, you left a family in shambles behind that woman, Danny.
I knew she was married, but as you can estimate, Maria is a woman you can easily get, especially when drunk. I couldn't control myself at that moment and I added powder drug to increase the dosage of alcohol.
It's nice that you regret it at the end, but that won't affect your punishment and lost reputation. Danny Brawson, I have no doubt that you will be imposed the heaviest penalty by Nottingham Justice Centre for raping Maria Henderson, for the drug you gave without her will, and for causing her death.